Og så får vi Ruta med Arild Helgeland, som skal vise oss litt av sommerens kinotilbud.
I'm sorry, Bill, but I'm leaving, and nothing you say can stop me. Do you hear me? Nothing.
Velkommen til Ruta. Siste uke kuttet vi programmet ut på grunn av stor interesse for å se 17. mai-programmene om igjen. Kanskje vi skulle ha kuttet det ut denne uka også, for hvem i all verden gidder vel gå på kino i dette fine været? Det strider vel egentlig mot helt fullstendig grunnleggende instinkter.
We got 31 stab wounds.
What was it?
Ice pick.
I'd like to speak to Miss Catherine Trammell, please.
Is she a suspect? She's a suspect.
I wanted to write a book about the murder of a retired rock and roll star.
You know how she does the boyfriend? With an ice pick.
She intended the book to be her alibi. I picked him up, and I had sex with him.
You didn't feel anything for him, you just had sex with him for your book.
In the beginning. Then I got to like what he did for me.
You like playing games, don't you?
It's nice.
You've got no physical evidence.
She's lying. What's your new book about?
A detective. He falls for the wrong woman.
What happens?
She kills him.
Stay away from her. You are out of control, Curran.
You won't learn anything I don't want you to know.
She knew I'd say she did it, and she knew that nobody would buy it.
She is screwing with your head, Nick.
She knows things about me that I only told you.
How does it feel to kill someone?
You tell me.
I think you got too close to the flame. Nikki liked it. You're in over your head. She seduces people.
It was internal affairs, wasn't it?
She manipulates people.
Freeze! How much did she pay you? You wanna play it? Come on! She knows where I live and breathe.
Games are over, Nick.
Basic Instinct går på kinoen nå. Den filmen som har fått størst oppmerksomhet og best omtale i avisa Natt og Dag, er denne.
A woman on the run from a nightmare. A man in pursuit of a dream.
You have sad eyes.
I'm not a sad man, though. Would you give me a lift?
Together, they are about to embark on the ultimate journey.
There's a guy looking for you. He's got a gun.
Yeah, I know.
I just seem to attract criminals.
Hey, I'm not a criminal.
A journey that will take them to the ends of the earth.
The camera was developed in their time with government funds.
He's wanted.
And last,
I am neither a spy nor a jewel thief. What are you then?
until the end of the world.
I really like you. That's why I'm having so much trouble getting it through my skull that you're an agent.
I was trying to save your life.
Who knows who is in on this deal? This is where computer programming ends and real detective work begins.
The technology is the same. He takes his brain signals and turns them into pictures on the screen.
What's he doing?
He's trying to record his own dreams.
I trusted him.
Sure, and then he robbed you.
Last time we met was a lonely room.
You love him?
Yes, I do.
Well, I hope he loves you.
Drank wine, everybody having a good time.
It's the end of the world.
Until the End of the World går nå på kino i Oslo, og dette er den eneste kopien i landet. Så her i Stavanger får man visst bare smøre oss med tålmodighet. Nå på torsdag da kommer Bix til Stavanger.
Non si poteva non amare Bix. Bastava incontrarlo una volta per innamorarsi di lui. E tutti l'amavano senza accorgersi che stavano soffocandolo. In realtà si chiamava Leon Bismarck Beiderbecke, ma fin da ragazzo fu soprannominato Bix, così lo chiamavano tutti. E così, con questo soprannome, è entrato nella leggenda. Bix, dalla prossima primavera su tutti gli schermi. Dalla prossima primavera su tutti gli schermi.
Bix har som sagt premiere torsdag i denne uka. Vi skal se nå på 3 filmer som ingen helt vet hva tid kommer. Kanskje den ene overhodet ikke kommer på kino, men går rett på video.
Chappie Sinclair returns to the big screen and takes to the skies to battle a Peruvian drug lord in the new action-adventure film Aces, Iron Eagle 3. This time, he's commanding 4 vintage planes and being helped by a wisecracking, street-smart kid and a young woman out to save her family and avenge her brother's murder. Academy Award winner Louis Gossett Jr. stars as Brigadier General Charles Chappie Sinclair, the role he played in both Iron Eagle and Iron Eagle 2.
The best part of playing Chappie in Iron Eagle 1, 2, and 3, and all the Iron Eagles, is I wind up having an audience from 3 to 5 years old to 103. And that's very fortunate for an actor to have fans of that age range.
Rachel McLish, former world bodybuilding champion and 2-time Miss Olympia, makes her motion picture debut as Anna.
The camera loved Rachel before she started Aces. She's got a determination, a spirit, and the camera picks it up.
The type of woman that Anna is the type of woman that would stop at nothing to get what she wants and needs. She's a physical woman, and she uses her physicality and her brains to achieve her goals.
Playing the role of TV is Phil Lewis.
This is the first action-adventure film I have done, and I tell you, we are having a ball. My character is kind of the comic relief of the movie, so I really have to pull my stuff off so that the movie doesn't get too intense. It's got to have those light moments, and I think the kids are really going to like the stuff that I'm doing.
My legs! My legs! I can't feel my legs. They're dead.
What do you think you're doing?
What am I doing? Yo, baby, that was my best Eddie Murphy imitation. Hey, how you doing? It's showtime, so let's get busy.
Gossett's fellow pilots are played by a trio of international stars. Germany's Horst Buchholz, England's Christopher Cazenove, and Japan's Sonny Chiba. They all agree to help Chappie, and he lays out his plans.
Okay, Anna, let's take a real good look at this village.
Okay. The guns are concealed here, and here. There are more guns hidden in the bushes and on the water tower here. The village is very close by.
That's a bit tight. But with Anna and her men in place to direct the lasers, we should be able to knock out their artillery without doing any harm to the villagers. With bedlam going on there and Kleister's pistols concentrating on us, Anna should be able to get the villagers out of that factory. Then on the second time around, we bomb that dope.
Action! John Glenn, veteran of 5 James Bond films, directs Aces.
There's something for everyone in this film. The coming together of these old veterans of the Second World War into an adventure, a modern-day adventure, where they actually use these old planes against evil, if you like, in South America, against modern jets. And they have to use the techniques that they had during the war.
Lou Gossett is, to me, a bigger-than-life actor. He has enormous presence. He's like John Wayne was. When he walks on the screen, you look at him. And when he tells you something, you listen.
Damn, Arthur! Men like you help to build this country, and men like me help to defend it. And I'm willing to risk my career and my life for what I believe in. Come on, Arthur, take a risk. Cocaine is killing our country, man. Wouldn't you like to have a nice story to tell your grandchildren? Something more than beating out all the wildcatters or finagling the bond market. Wouldn't you?
In addition to the acting of Gossett and his aces, the film also has its share of unusual stunts.
There's a scene that we have where this airplane gets flipped over. And the guy's hanging out of the airplane in midair, and he's going to fall out. And this other airplane comes up and gives him a knock and flips the plane back right side up, and he falls back down into the cockpit in the middle of this dogfight. You know, he said, "You can't do that. It's impossible."
It's very much like a Bond film.
Nice hat.
You have to have a very good plan. You have to have a blueprint. Models, live action, process work. It'll all come together, and hopefully we'll tell the story at the end of the day.
Oh boy, the standout moments from an action standpoint in this film are going to be plentiful, really plentiful. I mean, the aerials are spectacular.
I think audiences are going to love Aces because I think we have something for everybody. I think we have a chance to really hit a home run with this one.
It's Dr. Peter Morgan's first day at the VA.
Dr. Peter Morgan. As of now, you work for the federal government. Filling out these forms properly will probably be the most significant thing that you will accomplish during your tenure at this hospital.
He doesn't know it yet, but he's in a combat zone.
What the hell's going on?
No big deal, just a guy with a rifle.
Doctor, can you tell us what caused that man to go on a rampage?
Keep depriving these patients of essential medical services, and what do you expect?
Patients claim it's difficult getting admitted. Is that true?
Tell them to drive right in like everyone else.
The war on bureaucracy is heating up.
He's a veteran, Henry.
We're not responsible for every lunatic out there just because he once wore a uniform.
They've identified the enemy.
Article 99.
Article 99.
Article 99.
What's that?
Article 99, a catch-22 for the 90s, and a bureaucratic lethal weapon provides the title and the target of an outspoken new movie.
Your appearance says everything about this hospital.
Its stars are Ray Liotta and Kiefer Sutherland. Liotta plays the leader of a surgical strike force, which gives covert operations a whole new meaning. Sutherland's a resident,
Look, why don't you go find me a real doctor? He'll know what to do.
Fresh out of med school.
Mr. Abrams, I am a real doctor.
A lot of people who have paid a very large debt to our society in the name of freedom, and when it comes time for them to pick up their check, it's balanced.
I'm a staff doctor. I will do anything or say anything to take care of these veterans of the wars. Hide patients, do operations that aren't really authorized.
Why are we opening the patient's chest?
Look, Felix, we're here, he's here. Why don't we make the most of this?
There is a lot of humor in it, but it's based on the fact of reality.
The vet we call Shooter, who is denied treatment, and he crashes his truck right through the hospital. This was a true incident that happened out in Los Angeles.
Hey, Randy, where are you going?
Kathy Baker plays staff psychiatrist Diana Walton.
They're all being discharged.
I think she's a very good psychiatrist. She's new in the VA hospital, so she doesn't know how bad it can be.
My patients can't survive on the outside.
You don't have much time. Either you screw the regulations or these regulations are going to screw you.
She gets her comeuppance pretty quick from Ray's character.
It's pretty much the other way around. She pretty much turns the tables and comes on to me kind of strong.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get the wrong impression?
No. This just isn't exactly the way what I expected is all.
Oh, it's fun to be in an ensemble. We all have our day in the sun, and then the next thing might be just sort of background.
Nothing like male bonding.
That ensemble cast includes 3 veterans of the Oscar-winning Platoon: Forrest Whitaker, John C. McGinley, and Keith David, reunited in a different theater of operations.
Mayday! Quick! Sid! Mayday! This is it.
It's like all homework. You know, it's great fun. And, I mean, they are 2 guys who actually are my friends.
Vader! Sturge, we hit the jackpot.
So it's all kind of a cloak and dagger. No, it's very risky. I mean, you go to jail. You certainly lose your medical license.
I really enjoy playing rats. Now, why don't you get out? I got some real doctors to talk to. You know, I think in real life, I'm a nice guy. And who wants to play himself all the time? When you talk about an ensemble cast, it's a little difficult because,
That's far enough.
I'm sort of hated by everybody. Disarm that man.
For $4.25 an hour.
Fools.
To film the battle between compassion and bureaucracy, the filmmakers took over a real working hospital.
We scouted several states and several locations, found this hospital we were shooting in to be physically right.
Get it up and get it moving.
There are still 2 floors in active duty in this hospital.
It's our own little studio. Anything that's being filmed is a sense of truth to it.
The actors soon became familiar with medical terms like turfing.
Well, in order to get the people into surgery, we have to keep them from being discharged. There's a term they use called turfing.
Who's in there, nurse?
Mr. Ponzini?
Ponzini?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ponzini died 2 days ago, you idiot!
Where you bring them and stick them in different parts of the hospital, almost like shuffling the deck to hide the trump. It's kind of madcap.
Oh, now, wait a minute, baby. You're not going anywhere until you listen to what I have to say.
Cut out the crap. Move out!
I live to rocket down these halls. Let's go.
Another word is gomer.
We don't treat gomers. Didn't anybody tell you that?
Well, what's a gomer?
That's short for get that mummy out of my examination room, didn't it?
It's just somebody that you really can't do that much for.
Wait a sec, what do you want me to do with them? We gotta wrap them up into a man.
Like Eli Wallach plays a gomer.
We had never worked before together. Ed is a phenomenal, wonderful actor.
Now this is when we first liberated a little town in France. They billeted me with a baker. He had this gorgeous daughter. She baked the most fantastic croissants.
What happened?
I married her. That's what happened.
It's a real pleasure to work with someone who has worked as long as Eli has.
I was kind of jealous of Kiefer because he had most of the scenes with him. He had all of his scenes with him.
Come to collect your Goldman, Doctor. This man won a Silver Star, you know. That makes him a hero. It does make him Gomer. You understand? You better treat him as well as you treat your father, so help me God, I'll break your neck.
As Dr. Robin Van Dorn, Leah Thompson had a different kind of learning experience.
Like me, she's little and she wears glasses, and she has to fight in a predominantly male-dominated field. She wants to be a surgeon. The heart surgeons decide who apprentices under them, and they usually don't pick girls.
Do you have a problem with me? Is it my work or something?
I've seen hotshots like you come and go with your frat house grins and your option on a suite of fancy offices. Have you ever bothered to take a real look at the men in these rooms? Or stop to figure out what's really going on here?
Got enough food for a week and gasoline for the backup generators. My man in the media is on the case. And we got enough brothers to hold off a division.
Hey, now listen, are you sure you guys want to do this?
Oh, Sturge, come on, we're back in business here, pal. Let's rock and roll.
This film was a very strong crash course in how to break the rules.
If you're not allowed to touch a patient, back off.
Just to survive on what you feel is correct.
What's the matter? Didn't you ever want anything better than this?
You mean there's something better than this?
Article 99.
England, 1959. Life was good. The world was easy. But getting a divorce was difficult, and people would do anything to get out of a marriage. Enter Tony Aaron, an ex-cop turned divorce detective who makes his living setting up fake divorce cases with the help of his wife. It's a good little business until one of his routine setups goes wrong.
Remember, you're a witness.
Liam Neeson and Laura San Giacomo star in a new thriller from Columbia Pictures, Under Suspicion, a film with its roots firmly planted in earlier suspense classics.
In this day and age when there's so many classic films of that genre that have been made since like the 30s, you know, Hitchcock and all the rest, and then more recently, films like Body Heat, say, or Jagged Edge. And this one holds its own with any of those films.
Do you know who's killed along with your wife, Tony?
His name was Paduan. He was an Italian salesman. I don't know much else about him.
You obviously haven't read the newspapers. His real name was Carlo Stasio. Famous painter. Rich. I mean, really rich.
After the brutal murders, suspicion falls on the artist's wife.
He changes his will so that she gets everything, and that same day he's murdered.
Investigator Tony Aaron.
You think I killed my wife? And then I killed a complete stranger as well. Does that make sense?
And the artist's mistress, Angeline.
I can't help you, I'm afraid.
I haven't asked you anything else.
I see Angeline as a woman who is caged by her own choice. She puts up a lot of walls.
Don't you want to find out who killed them?
Do you know?
Not yet.
Then why don't we leave that to the police? Good day, Mr. Aaron.
Well, it's not a good day. Not for either of us.
It's a very classic relationship between a private detective and an extremely mysterious, rootless woman.
You hated him, didn't you?
Why do you say that? He was an amazing man. He was the most powerful man I ever met. I didn't mean to stay with him. Things just got out of hand.
He's essentially a loser, you know, with a great imagination, but isn't really prepared to do anything about it. If he got anywhere, it would always be on somebody else's back. The boat goes down in the middle of the ocean. It's not the women and children who get out first. It's the people that are ready to step on the others.
So like me.
Am I?
And although she tries to keep all the walls up, like with everyone else, there's something about this man that makes her heart melt.
Look, I just can't get involved.
Why don't you go down to the cellar and choose wine?
It's late. I know nothing about wine.
Then choose a bottle with a pretty label.
He gets involved, and he shouldn't, and he knows he shouldn't. But there's this destiny kind of calling him and willing him on.
Behind the scandal.
What are you doing here?
Same as you.
Was a mystery no one could solve.
Somebody's setting me up here, Frank.
This is enough to convict you.
It's Angeline, she did it.
Everyone has a motive.
I think his wife killed him. I'll pay you.
I'm doing my investigations, not yours.
Everyone has a secret.
I can't go to prison. I can't go to prison.
Everyone is under suspicion.
Angeline! I warned you, didn't I? Keep out of this.
Do you think people know what they're doing?
No!
Or do you think we're driven by things we can't control? We're nothing, you and me.
You're in it together, aren't you?
Search the house again. We have to trust each other.
Did you see who it was?
I know exactly who it was.
She's a liar! She's making it up!
Det var 3 filmer fra SF Norge, så egentlig ingen helt vet hva tid kommer på kino. Kanskje en av de aldri kommer på kino, men går rett på videoutleie. Helt til slutt nå, så skal vi se på en av sommerens filmer. Takk for i kveld.
You have a gift, Mr. Riley.
You are a natural kid.
You the boy I've been waiting for? I'm my own man, Mr. Horn.
Hey, Omen, you got some hammer, huh? Well, you know, people that say, Champ, we love you. Champ, we are with you.
Get him.
It's illegal, Tommy.
What goes on in that ring is a human cockfight.
1, 2, 3!
You baptized now.
I'm talking $2 million in your pocket.
Be honest about it. You want the money, right?
What do you want, Tommy?
We're in this together.
This is my ticket. I ain't gonna fight you. You run out on this, you better keep on running.
You fight when I say. You fight against who I say.
He wants you to kill each other.
It's time to make a choice.
It's either you or him.
Hey! We got a fighter. He don't pay.
You don't say no to me, boy.
Cuba Gooding Jr., star of Boys in the Hood. Cara Buono. John Seda. Introducing James Marshall.
You see, Tommy, you're the boy I've been looking for.
Gladiator. Nobody owns Tommy Riley. Nobody.
I will survive.
Nå gjenstår det bare å si takk for i kveld, og ønsker dere tilbake på torsdag klokka 21:30. Da vil vi få ønskereprisen, og dere kan allerede nå ringe inn ønsker på telefonnummer 53 18 98. God kveld.
Udo elektronikk i Øvre Strandgade 79. Fører datautstyr,
instrumenter, oscilloskoper, komponenter, robotutstyr som ekkolod, VHF, båtradio og navigasjonsutstyr. Elektroniske byggesett med videre. Stikk innom Vigo AS i Øvre Strandgata 79, telefon 52 83 65.
Hvor langt kommer du egentlig for 120 kroner i våre dager? Hos bruktbilutleie på Grannesletta får du leiebil i et helt døgn for kun kroner 120, inklusiv 50 km fri kjørelengde. Ring oss på telefon 65 51 76. Enten du trenger personbil, stasjonsvogn, varebil eller pick-up. Bruktbilutleie på Grannesletta har åpent til klokken 22. Ring oss, telefon 65 51 76. 65 51 76. JH Catering Finnestad AS i Pedersgaden 20 dekker deres behov for selskapsmat, koldtbord, grillmat, smørbrød, cocktails og lignende, messer, firmaarrangementer, båtturer, bryllup osv. osv. JH Catering Finnestad AS. Ring oss på telefon 56 12 12 eller stikk innom i Pedersgaden 20.
Juni-underholdning på TV 1000. På veien i Pink Cadillac.
You're saving her by catching her.
Clint Eastwood og en nådeløs gjeng forbrytere begge på jakt etter den samme kvinnen. Nosferatu, vampyrens hevn. Klaus Kinski har hovedrollen som den onde grev Dracula. Hipp, hipp, hurra! En historie om artistiske bestrebelser og knuste drømmer med Stellan Skarsgård i hovedrollen. Health, en leksjon i amerikansk moral.
Sorry. You must know my secret. Sex.
Og mer komedie fra Lasse Åberg og Jon Skolmen i Selskapsreisen 2. En dødelig parasitt fra rommet.
Finds a body, gets inside, uses it to move around.
Hedden, dødelig inntrenger. Michael Keaton i På tynn is.
Are you an addict, Daryl? You don't even know you got a problem. I want you out of here.
Fine! You want me out of here? I'm out of here!
En rasistisk politimann mottar hjertet fra sin verste fiende.
But I didn't die! I was murdered! No! No!
Og han må opptre som Superman.
Rambo?
Rambo.
I hjertetrøbbel. Hjertestansmusikk fra Guns N' Roses live fra Paris. Og Norges superstjerner AHA i en konsert fra deres verdensturné 1992. Pluss Evander Holyfield forsvarer verdensmestertitelen i tungvekt mot Larry Holmes direkte fra Las Vegas i Knockout direkte. Og i juli på TV 1000 kommer
Ghosts. Ghosts?
Ghosts. Neil Jordans vanvittige overnaturlige komedie High Spirits. En vill natt i et drabantbyhjem.
What the hell going on here?
I House Party. Men hvis du ikke rekker festen, len deg tilbake og nyt Genesis live in concert. Pluss at Baywatch er tilbake. Kommer snart på TV 1000.
sånn som far min. Han er ganske rar. Kanskje ikke sånn som mor mi. Hun er ganske feig. Kanskje ikke sånn som bror min. Han er ganske dum. Kanskje ikke sånn som de andre. Men de har blitt. Hei fjern, 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 hei fjern. Kanskje ikke sånn som onkel. Han røyker hasj. Kanskje ikke sånn som tante. Hun tror på Gud. Kanskje ikke sånn som ingen av de andre